I want to share a little bit with you about our new irrigation system this year. We are, for the most part, switching from drip irrigation to overhead irrigation. In the past, we've just done drip, but this year we're going to change everything in our field to overhead, and then everything in our hoop houses will be on drip. So I'll tell you a little bit about how I got that set up here. So right here, this is the sprinkler system that I decided to go to. This is the Sendinger Excel Wobbler. It's a lavender nozzle on it. So I got this, and then I made the riser here just out of PVC, and it's 2 feet high. You could go lower to the ground to keep from the wind drifting the moisture, but I wanted to go a little bit higher just in case I'm watering like beans or something that's a little more bushy and higher that I want the water to get up over. So just 2 foot riser that I put on, and this is rebar that's in the ground about 1 foot, and I just zip tie the riser to that to keep it stable so it doesn't fall over. And then I have, this is actually orchard tubing, 3/4 inch orchard tubing. This fitting here is just the adapter for the riser. And these are quick connects, so it's really easy to, if I have something go wrong here and I need to take it off and switch out a sprinkler, it's really easy. So I have 4 sprinklers on a row. There's a 100-foot row, and so there's 12.5 feet from the first sprinkler to the end, and then 25 feet in between each sprinkler. And that's plenty close. I could even go further apart, but your coverage might get a little spotty, and so I wanted to make sure I got good coverage. And when I ran it, it seemed like it covered really nice. So I have a sprinkler line. I have 9 of them, and I have 7 beds in between each sprinkler line. So that goes about 3.5 rows that I want each sprinkler line to cover. And there is some overlap, so that middle row gets good coverage. You could, if you went further apart, then your middle row could get a little iffy in spots as far as getting the sprinkler to cover it. So that's our lines. And the reason why I did this is we've pretty much irrigated all off of a well in the past, and that's why I did drip, because I could run. We only get 8 gallons a minute out of the well, and so that was always an issue. They can't really run. It's not enough to run multiple sprinklers. Gabriel, Gabe, you gotta be nice, okay? All right, so you have to have time out. Do you understand? So the well, we expanded our garden up here, and we could do it on the well if we wanted to, but it would be a lot of running out, turning valves on and off, because I can only irrigate so much on the drip at once. So we have like 65 beds up here, and I can only do about 10-11 lines at a time on that. So that's a lot of turning on and off of valves, and it just takes too much time. And so I went with overhead, and we have a couple ponds on the property here, and so I'm making use of one of the ponds. You can't really see it. You can see where my blue lay flat hose is running, and that goes back about 600 feet into the woods. There's a pond, and I'm pumping from that pond, and I can irrigate the whole garden on a 6.5 horsepower water pump, which is a pretty small pump, but it's pretty amazing that can run the whole garden. So I'll be excited to see how it does this year. It's going to be I think a big time saver for us, and it's actually come at a good time, because this week is really cold, and the overhead irrigation will provide the protection I'll need to save a lot of strawberry blossoms from freezing. So yep, that's all I have for now. If you have any questions, or if you like this video, hit the like button below, subscribe, tell your friends, family, your dog, your cat, whatever you want. A lot of times people have dog and cats that have YouTube accounts, so hit them up for me, please. Until next time, eat well, live well.